You may well be familiar with the musical that was on Broadway called Sweeney Todd. It has won all kinds of awards and acclaim over the decades. You may not have known that it is also an opera, and it's coming to Maine. It's going to be at Merrill Auditorium on Thursday and Sunday. And with us here on 207 are four of the cast members, both of whom in real life are couples: Megan Marino, Mike Mays, Mary Feminier, and Michael Adams. Thank you all for coming in. It's great to have you here.
It's our pleasure.
So, I just rattled off a whole bunch of M's. Is that a requirement for performers in Sweeney Todd to have M in either their first or their last name here?
Yeah. If you're doing Sweeney and Lucy Barker, you definitely have to have the same exact initials.
Got it.
In the contract.
Yeah.
Stephen Sondheim was very explicit.
Got it. This is a show that is an unconventional kind of one. It doesn't have, if you give people a 1 sentence or 2 sentence explanation, the description of what the show is, they don't say, oh, that sounds heartwarming and fun, let's go see it. There's a lot of dark stuff in here, but I would assume that makes it fun, Megan.
Yes, it does. There's so many things to mine in every character, and there's so many different ways that you can play between your characters, just depending on who it is, who's been cast, and how. Yeah, there's so many ways that each of one of these roles can be played.
Mike, how often do you get to work with your partner here? And
Rarely.
I'm going to ask you guys the same
Rarely.
question.
I mean, when it first happened, I think it was a couple of years ago during the pandemic, we got to work together for the first time. It's one of the joys in our life, because one of the hardest parts about doing this for a living is being apart from your family all the time, and being able to, with a company, when a company has the ability and the willingness to cast a couple, it definitely makes the experience so much better.
What's it been like for you guys, Mary and Michael?
Well, we started out with La Boheme.
That's how we met, actually, singing
Right.
together in Switzerland. And so we've gotten to sing together maybe 5 or 6 times, and every time we do, it's precious. Like they were saying, it's, we do not take it for granted.
No.
And
Make a lot of memories.
we all
together.
spend a lot of time in the South, and we're certainly grateful to not be there in the heat right now.
Yes.
And eating our fair share of lobster. And
Wait, did you guys bring this heat with you? Is that right?
we may.
I'm
not going to answer that.
That's what you'll do. And gladly said, I feel like to be with you one day, even not knowing who you are.
What is it like when you put this show together? Because it does come together pretty fast, Mary, and people have come in from all points of the compass, and boom, you got to make it gel.
Yes, and that's the exciting part of the process, to see how amazingly it has come together in the last few days. I feel totally excited to open. I think we're ready. I think we're ready to do it. We're really excited.
You darn well better be ready.
Yeah.
Really, no thinking about it. This is pretty definite. What's been the biggest challenge, Michael?
Oh goodness, just the last week leading up to the show is always very hectic. There's a lot of musicianship issues that are brought to the table, tech issues. It's a huge show. I mean, there's virtually 20, 30 different scenes. Whereas your traditional opera, if there's 4 acts, it's normally 4 scenes. You have 4 different iterations of the set. Whereas in this production, I mean, every single 2 or 3 minutes, the whole set is shifting and moving, and it's chaos. If you're really not dialed in and paying attention, you're going to miss something.
I don't think you were on camera just then, but as he was describing it, the action, you were going like this.
No,
That's exactly
it's
what it
amazing,
is.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of an all hands on deck situation. I mean, there's this amazing. We're really lucky. We've got the original Broadway touring set, and it's this rotating unit that represents all of the different spaces. And so sometimes it's crew members that are moving it. Sometimes part of the ensemble gets involved in moving it. So it is really like the coordination and getting all of that timed out has been really, it's actually kind of magically come together in a lot of ways, which is, I don't want to jinx anything, let's knock on wood here.
Super cool to have the original touring set too, because you know how much history. You actually found a little notepad in your bag.
Oh yeah, a little piece of paper that had been locked away all these years inside my prop. It was a cheat sheet from one of my former people who played my character.
Cool. It shows what a legacy.
Yeah, it's
this
really
work
wonderful.
has.
Yeah.
Is getting the singing, actually, for professionals like you, is getting the singing maybe the easiest part? Is that the part that you don't have to struggle with?
I mean, Stephen Sondheim's music is not easy. I think some people think music theater, oh, it's just songs and stuff, but Stephen Sondheim's music will sound sometimes simple, but when you actually look at the music, it's very difficult. There are a couple of sections that are as hard as seeing Wozzeck or Messiaen or anything like that. It's the way he constructs it is so accessible, but it's very difficult music.
All right. Thank you for coming in. I think this is a first. We've never had two couples performing in the same opera on the 207 set, so I appreciate you being here. Thank you, guys. Again, it's Opera Maine's production of Sweeney Todd, the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, happening at Merrill Auditorium on Thursday and Sunday. More information about it in the 207 section of our app or website. Stay with us. We'll return right after this.